Well, welcome back to Steve's Sermon Shorts, and just wanted to touch base with you about everything going on and what's been going on in my own personal life and my own personal Bible reading time. Well, last night I started into the book of Acts, that gospel of the Holy Spirit, as we call it, as it tells so much about the Holy Spirit. And something that hit me last night I thought was very impactful. And this is what's going on after Jesus has ascended and the disciples are together. And they know that they need to replace Judas. Now, Judas, of course, was the one who betrayed Jesus and who had committed suicide. And so they come to a point where they're like, you know what? We need to replace him. We need to get somebody to fill his position that he so badly let go. And so they come together and they pray. They think of a couple of people. And this is what they say. This is what made it think. In Acts chapter 1:24, it says this, "And they prayed and said, 'You, Lord, who know the hearts of all people, show which one of these two you have chosen.'" They had two people who they had thought very highly of, who the Spirit had kind of led them to. And they pray, "Lord, let us know this. You know the hearts of the people. So please let us know who needs to replace them." And so they pick Matthias, and Matthias becomes the 12th apostle, as it were, and goes on to the ministry. Well, the thing that made me think about it as I was going into this and thinking about the sermon short today was, many of us who have walked with Christ for many years, we have seen many great people in our lives. Many people, great preachers, great Sunday school teachers, great lay leaders in the church, maybe sometimes just great Christians in the church. They weren't even in a position at all. And so the thing we look at is we see a lot of them, they've gone on to be with the Lord. And I wonder who replaced them. Now, of course, I don't want to put anything like the Judas on them, because, Judas was a very bad man who got replaced because he killed himself. But I'm talking about those people who did such great things for God, who served so well. Who replaced them? Who was the one who took up that mantle that they had laid down for us? And the big question is, was it you? Or is there somebody that you need to replace? And I'm not talking about you're going to get rid of them and get this position, but someone that you look at and say, you know what, they meant so much to me. They were such a great example of faith for me. Who can I be an example of faith to? Because God has a purpose for every single one of us, to be preachers, to be missionaries, to be Sunday school leaders, to be musicians, to be people who help the cause of Christ to move forward. And each one of us needs to ask, who can I replace? Who is that one that has gone on to be with the Lord, who the Lord is now leading me to take that place, to jump in there so that I might be an example for someone else? All right, so I ask you to look at that, to pray and ask the Lord, Lord, is it my time to be of service? Is it my time to be that person who someone might look in years to come and say that they were an example of faith to me? Always remember, God has chosen you for service. God has chosen you for salvation. So I hope that you will find that person that you need to emulate and that you will be that servant that God would have you to be. All right? See y'all next week.